I mean, I think it's again because of division. I think Raiders, Chiefs, and Broncos always carry a little more weight. Obviously, being in division, playing twice a year, and how much those games mean. So, yeah, it's a big game. This team, got their first win last week, but they could be sitting there 4-0 or 3-1. And it's a good football team. So we know we have a challenge ahead of us to find a way to get two in a row.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. Historically, you played pretty well against them, although there was obviously a little dip there a couple years previously where they kind of had your number. Any reason why you?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think so. Shoot, you want to get again against those division teams. You want to play well against those, and hopefully have a good record against those guys. They've had different defenses and different coaches and things over the last 15 years, so I don't think there's anything to a certain scheme or anything like that. But hopefully we can keep it going.
All the teams around the league, how much do you dislike the Raiders? Because I know your fan base feels that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think when I first got out here, I learned quickly what the kind of that Chargers Raiders game meant. And I think the longer you're in, it's more of just because of division opponent. I don't know that there's necessarily that Raiders hatred or anything like that. Like rivals in high school or in college, I think that's a little different. I think Chiefs, Broncos, and Raiders, because of it being in a division, is what it is. And I know being both of us, in California, that probably adds to it a little bit as well. And how fans up and down the whole coast kind of are intertwined. You run into Raiders fans all over and Chargers fans all over, and so that kind of California, pride of whose team, whose team's whose.
Well, you've gone against Bruce Irvin a couple times. What about his game sticks out and his ability to get the quarterback?
Yeah, I mean he plays well against both the run and the pass. He's a guy that's had a solid career. His time in Seattle and Oakland both. He's an every down player. He's on the field. He hardly ever comes out, and he can rush the passer, but he also again plays the run very well and been a productive player.
He's considered an offensive guy, but with Gruden now leading that team, how much has that changed in terms of what they do?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, you saw quickly the energy that it brought nationally as well with him getting back into coaching. We've only played against, his team once. I think I've gone against his team one time, but you can see the kind of the energy that it kind of recreated with him being back there. And again, I don't get too much caught up in records ever, really, throughout the season, but especially early. It's early. We've been 1-3 and 0-4, and plenty of times it felt like we were a good football team, and I know that's what we're going to get coming in here on Sunday.
Do you get excited going up against an elite coach?
Not necessarily. I think I always had great respect for him as a coach, and then getting to visit with him numerous times when he was, in the broadcast booth, those production meetings and things, just talking football. So I've always enjoyed that and respected him from afar. Gotten to know him a little bit, like I said. So I don't think personally it adds anything to it, but it'll be good to look across and see him over there.
You guys ran a quarterback sneak, which is pretty rare for you guys. So what went in that decision?
Yeah, it's been a long time. Which was good. It was good to do that. Will there be more of that? Maybe. It's never anything I've necessarily been against. It's just kind of the way our short yardage things have come up, and we've been a good short yardage team. It's been either the fullbacks or Melvin or doing some other things. But we had a look last week going into the going into the week of prep that we felt like it looked good, and we went for it.
This was the week last year when your team started to make a move and get itself right. Do you see yourself trending that way again?
Yeah, we need to be. I certainly think we're a totally different team than last year. We're at a different point where we're sitting obviously at 2-2, and I think just playing a little better all the way around, a little more complimentary all the way around. But certainly, this is no time, like I said on Sunday, to keep going win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. So it's an opportunity for us to get our second one in a row and get above 500 and hopefully keep it going.
Phil, you've had great balance on offense this year, but you've also thrown for 12 touchdowns, which I think ties for your best start after 4 games. Just where do you assess your game at?
Yeah, I feel like I've been playing pretty well, but again, like y'all know, I've always said it comes down. It's about winning. So we've done it. We've done it half the time thus far. So it hadn't been good enough in 2 games, and it's been good enough in the other 2. But I do feel like we, as an offense and individually, I feel like I'm playing pretty well. But again, when you look at it, we can get better on third down. We need to get better in the red zone. We are doing a pretty good job of protecting the football. So there's tons of areas to improve, and again, it's about winning. So we need to do that more. But I do think our balance and some of the production in certain areas has been very balanced and efficient, and hopefully we can just keep getting better. Keep certain things where they are, and then keep improving in some other areas. We can keep it. We can be great. We're not great right now, but we can be, and we just got to keep working.
Coach talked a little bit about Russell and Barstow statuses, but being around Trent Scott for the last few weeks and months, really, what's really stuck out to you about him in meeting rooms and whatnot?
I think his quiet confidence. He's a guy who comes in. He come in here as a free agent, and Trent's from pretty much, we're from almost the same hometown there in North Alabama. I played against his high school, obviously different decade, but it just his quiet confidence, his demeanor. It was never too big for him. You felt that just by the way he practiced. He just kind of went about his business. It was just steady and steady, and then it kind of became, who is this guy? A little bit, slowly. We've said that about other guys, Spencer Pull, other guys over the years, and it was just, gosh, this guy's got a little something to him. This guy's got a little something to him, and then you look up and he's playing a whole half football last week and did a nice job. And if he's called on again, he'll have the whole week of preparation this week to be ready. So, he's a guy I know Pat thought highly of from the start, and then I think gradually he's earned that confidence and respect from his teammates as a young player. Obviously, he's got tons of room to improve, as he would tell you, but it's been impressive to see him kind of progress.